So this is one of the largest cities in the world. We're not in Shanghai, we're not in Beijing, we are pretty much center dot in the country. Welcome to Chengdu, a city of over 20 million people. And you know, I've been to China a couple of times by now. I've been to some smaller cities, to the big ones, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou. And this one, on one side, is much further out. On the other hand, a lot of people don't even know about it. If you like pandas, China basically has the exclusive rights to all pandas in the world. It's their national animal, and they're from here, from Chengdu. You can tell just by walking around the shops. They have something panda themed everywhere. And I am right now on the main square of really this mega city. I'm here just for a couple of days. I'm here for a very specific purpose, and Chengdu is kind of like the gateway to go into one of the most restricted areas in the world. Maybe towards the end of the video I'll share with you where that will be, but for now let's take it in. I'm excited, I'm curious. So I got like 2 days around here before we head out to a very different part of the world, not just China. And now that is how I know China. Guys, just one station away, we are at the International Finance Center of Chengdu, the IFS. It's a random Wednesday. It's busy as though it is a Saturday and a holiday on top. People are out and about. Pandas are everywhere. Yeah, I've seen that picture. Wow, there it is. I was actually wondering where that's going to be, the panda hanging down the mall. And basically that is truly kind of like, that is truly the heart of where you see, let's say, the development of Chengdu in the last 10, 20 years. And also I'm seeing some people having some swagged out fashion. That's what they have been talking about. I get panda merchandise, I would say it should be in this place and no other. And truly, yeah, you gotta say, people are fashionable. I would say some amount also of tourism, because people are very excited. The man is holding the panda by the bugs. Woman has most of the pandas. So some street business. Wow, what kind of fruit is that? Never seen that before. Inside looks kind of like some sort of, if I'll be in Africa right now, there would be a cactus fruit, but no, something else. So the man pops up with the exotic fruits. Interesting. But for me, the most interesting part is a little bit kind of like feeling out how the energy is in general. He has a pet panda on a leash. It's not a real one. For reference, in case somebody's worried. For me, you know, I think pandas are cool. But at the same time, they're kind of like some of the most chill animals. They're just hang around. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be visiting the panda sanctuary this time around. But what I was saying is, what I'm most curious is just kind of like look at people a little bit, see how the energy is around here. And I gotta say, for whatever reason, this so far feels like, I don't know, maybe it's the day of the week, like one of the most alive energies. And I feel that usually in cities that are kind of like economically rising a lot. Like cities like Hong Kong, they feel very different. There is, or even cities like Shanghai, you know, cities that have been on top for a long time. Chengdu, well, we're in the middle, we're in the depth of China. And that's how it looks around here. Later on, maybe I'm also going to show you a bit more, like outside of the city. I'm staying like probably like an hour walk from here. I checked, took a couple of metro stops, and the metro runs me here 20 cents, 29 cents, something like that. Just saw it on the card. It's crazy. Looks like we're into BDSM around here as well. Okay. How do you want it? Taking a quick photo. Let's go. How do we do it? You want to hug me? Okay. Okay. 谢谢. Bye-bye. Guys, I don't know what I have captured, but we get a little local attack. What I would call a local attack is a city that not too many foreigners visit. So the curiosity is high. I don't know. I think they understood the word hug, because the girl was like half hugging me. I'm like, what, hugs? I thought photos. Nice. It's actually the first time in China that happens. There is super local food stalls, and there's a very particular smell in the air here. So Chengdu is famous for super spicy food. It smells a little bit everywhere like fried chili. That's what it does. And here in the side roads, I gotta tell you, just from the kind of shops that they have, you can tell the fashion here. So here a little bit, the side streets, oh no, I was wrong. I was telling you this is the main area where I was, and perhaps it is, but as so often, the shopping street here, they don't stop in one place. Guess we got a little drink, and let's head to a different area. One that I want to check out tomorrow. I think we're gonna go much more local, but for now, let's do the most modern. Wow, guys, what the heck? I've took the metro for quite a couple of spots, and I would guess it's more business here. There's somewhere the Cheongdu Twin Towers, of which I know, but honestly, just popping out of the metro, I have no idea where I was just before. So the city is not that small after all. Tons of, well, you gotta host these 20 million somewhere. So some type of global center building in the back, and I've heard there's some new, let's say, creative architecture installation. And I'm actually gonna be meeting a friend here, some guys I know. They're doing tours around China, especially specializing in Tibet. I guess that's gonna be a little bit the reveal. That is one of the reasons I wanted to come back to Asia, and when they were like, hey, you wanna do Tibet? And Tibet, I was always very curious what was going on there. And Cheongdu is kind of like the best way to begin the journey there. So I'm gonna be meeting him here, maybe for dinner, but first, let's check out what this thing's all about. And so this complex is called SKP. Not sure what it stands for. I was actually considering to come here earlier. I'm happy that I didn't, because this is definitely a after sunset type of location. Guys, if you're looking for a shower, a little outdoor shower, you're all set here. I'm not sure if they're making the noise at me. It might be. So basically, the beacons of light look super cool online, and in real life actually gives you also a little bit, it's just the little things, you know? It's one of those places, not gonna change your life, but it's a creative idea. I saw a bunch of people post online, and then you end up yourself. So is it huge, super crazy? No, but it's nice. Even with the panda. Good to meet you, yeah.
Yeah, that's for you.
Oh, wow, for me. Wow. Look at that. Damn, guys.
They close at 10:30, so we got hard.
That's a big upgrade from the previous one.
Oh, yeah.
So, met up with Andrew. Basically, he's running a tour company. And they invited me to go to Tibet, but Cheongdu is an absolute bonus. So we had some nice, I would say, Sichuanese, pretty spicy, the tofu, and we're back at these towers when they are in full effect, I would say. I mean, basically you need a raincoat to properly enjoy it. As you see, some people are ready, but look at that. So the water is passing and then it comes in. I would say visually super nice. It kind of becomes a photo spot, very much kind of like, you know, gardens by the bay in Singapore. Smaller, but an art installation. Super cute, super nice. People love it. They're excited about it. Doesn't look as crazy as if you just capture an angle on Instagram. That is the reality I'm giving for you a little bit. But nonetheless, cool spot to visit. Guys, this is some craziness. Now that's an entrance. Looks like this is the fancy part of the mall. You get greeted by an astronaut monkey, a big one, and his team of small ones. Wow. Didn't expect to tell you that, but that might be the most creative mall I've ever seen. Just randomly in Cheongdu. Not in the Shanghai, not in the Beijing. Gentle monster. They're selling sunglasses. Probably couldn't tell by the looks of it. Walking out the same way we came in for tonight. I would say we're gonna call it a night. Andrew actually mentioned to me Sichuan, super spicy food. he knows somebody that does like cooking classes, so maybe tomorrow morning gonna check that out. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Wow, bus is letting us cross. So super local area. This morning, a little late to the cooking adventure I mentioned last night. But just seeing kind of like a local part of town is super. What is it? A Thursday today. People just sitting, having some soup by the side of the road. Little kiosk. So here is still very much the old Chengdu life. We have a local little bus with a phone number. Hey, good to meet you. How are you? Good. Danny.
Hello.
Ni hao, hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
You're from Chengdu?
Yeah, I'm local people.
Nice.
And how about you?
I grew up in Germany, born in Ukraine.
Okay, Ukraine, and
Lived in
right
the
now
US.
you live in the US.
No, right now I live everywhere. So for now I'm Chinese. For the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
After you teach me how to cook, I'll be local. Shame. Thank you.
My name is Nietzsche. Twice cook the pork. Okay, and this will be for the man or dog. You know that?
Must be chilly, huh? Ooh, the lady here, thumbs up. Got a little rundown of all the ingredients. So, what was our chef's name?
Jerry.
Jerry.
So slow. Yeah,
Yep.
Jerry. So slow the fire.
And hopefully I'll cook for everybody,
Yeah, one more.
but it won't be the best meal.
Soy sauce.
Okay, just like an omelet.
Yeah, enough. Daniel, enough.
Ooh. Small plate, extra challenge.
Wow, looks so beautiful.
Not bad at all.
But a little bit problem is
Oh no.
you toast like a toast a little bit.
Goes full Gordon Ramsay on her.
You do very well. Yeah.
Nice.
Be honest.
Yeah.
This taste crunchy and salty and every some kind of flavor is very just right. Okay.
What do you say?
Good. Very good
Oh.
timing.
Flavor is good.
Wow. So I've been stirring it. I got a lot of compliments, so I have a positive reinforcement.
Okay. And chili powder.
Got some tofu, some beef in here, some
Okay,
chili.
right now is good time to
Good to
put
go?
this oil in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chef says.
Color, fragrance, and flavor. So for these two, Daniel. Okay, I keep something in my mind. Okay. So you all made very, very good taste, very good flavor. That's true. Yeah, be honest. I like Daniel's because I like a little bit sweeter. His a little bit sweet. So this is why.
For you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, sugar.
These grapes, they're like the most expensive grapes in the world, you know that?
Yeah, they import from Japan.
How much they import these as well from Japan?
No.
These
They
are
import
local.
The species from Japan,
Uh-huh.
and they grow it here.
Yeah, so they... I've seen these for the first time. It's kind of like little plums, huh?
Yes, small plums.
We made our way into the local market, the one I missed in the morning. So here you take the people to buy the ingredients.
Yeah, the ingredients.
So we were talking earlier, you started the tour company a little bit over a year ago, you said?
Yes, yes.
And it's basically specializing on Tibet, right?
Yeah, Tibet, like Tibetan Plateau, Western Sichuan, Qinghai, Tibet,
What is this neighborhood generally? Like very local or?
very local.
Yeah? Cool.
The morning is very busy because our local come here to
Makes
buy the
sense.
ingredients for meal.
So you first buy a pet and then you also have lunch. 2 in 1. What is that? Is that like a kind of turtle? Like a soft shell turtle or something?
It's called fire keeling.
They're for eating though, right?
Yes, definitely.
How dare you?
Very expensive.
crayfish, huh? I was looking for the word. Nice. Expensive, these turtles, huh?
Yeah, it's expensive, but
What do you think, like 20 bucks for one, I would guess?
20 bucks. I think the good one costs 50 to 60 bucks.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
But it depends on if it's a wild one.
Chengdu is really cool from the fact of you get to see a bit more China, how it used to be a couple decades ago in the side alleys, while also being very developed. I tried one of these eggs earlier. You can imagine how they taste. They taste how they look, but it is a big tradition. As you see someone specializing on the eggs. The hanging sig is an absolute hood legend.
It's
Taxi in Chengdu?
Yeah, even cheaper than Shanghai, right?
Yeah, cheaper.
Or about the same?
Cheaper than
Because even Shanghai is like, I mean, generally taxis in China are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
What did you say when it was built? Like
1,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago?
Yeah, from the Sui dynasty.
And how did they keep it up? Did they like, is it mostly...
Well, they burned it down once and
okay.
rebuilt 300-400 years ago.
Oh wow, okay, that's still very old. Most famous Buddhist temple in Chengdu. Grandma's selling very nice smelling, what is this flower called? It's like, I know only in German. Schneeglöckchen. Little white flower.
Once you get knowledge, when you get the message, you can do anything.
Once you get the message, you can do anything.
Method and
Nice,
knowledge.
I like that. So we are pretty much right now inside of the most famous temple in Chengdu, and this one you can really feel between the walls. It is around 1,000 years old, rebuilt a couple hundred years ago, and here is kind of like they're storing really old scripture inside, have statues, and a lot of people come to pray, pay their respects. Here's like little statues. They have been donated by some people, and you can slip in a couple yuans for good fortune. So I would say today is going to be a little bit of a cultural programs. So both of them are locals, like I told you. Z moved to Chengdu, and we just checked out this monastery, had some tea. Honestly, some of the tea in China is the best. This one, like, very herbal. And for now, we're going to go to the Sichuan Opera. It's supposed to be also kind of like one of the main go-to spots. So in the beginning, covered a little bit like really my style, you know, see the big city, see what's going on, see how it's growing. But also definitely nice to just, and very much, the pace in Chengdu is just slow. It might be the most kind of like, even you hear, I speak fairly quietly. Everybody's fairly quiet. I feel like most cities in China are a good bit louder. So, next up, Chengdu Opera. Here's some monks taking pictures for the monk social media. Ear cleaning going on here as we speak. You can get your ears cleaned before the show begins. Just how I like it. If you know anything about Chinese food, then in that case it's world famous for the hot pot. Basically, from what I understand, from what I've seen a little bit, it's kind of like pot, lots of chili in the middle, it's boiling, and all kinds of different food you pour in there. And it's supposed to be, oh, seriously, I'm just looking around here. It's supposed to be kind of like one of the newest, biggest in the city. Let's take a look. Hot pot. How hot is it gonna be? Yeah. What the? What? Now that is wild. It smells like chili on fire in here. People are wearing... it's the... Okay, the guests dress normal. It's all the waiters. Wow. Seriously, I didn't expect that. The GoPro was cute, but that is legit impressive. So this is one crazy place. It seems to be brand new. Like the way the waiters are dressed, all the light, the music. Like usually I'm not a big fan of these theatrical type of places. This is quite a vibe. Like I feel like in these kind of back rooms, they do the plans for the world and how to run it while having hot pot. Now this is some next level shit. So now they finally brought me the real deal. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Good morning.
Brought the GoPro.
Nice. Let's go. Let's get it going. That's our ride?
Yep.
Oh, looking fresh.
Sure.
Great.
We can go to places that they cannot go.
Good morning. We drove out a good little bit into the mountains. We're already a little bit outside of Chengdu. It's the most famous things for the end. We are right now at the Wulong Giant Panda Garden. We will see how giant they are. And so from here on also we begin our ascent close to the highest point on planet Earth. Basically, officially kicking off right now the road to Mount Everest base camp and mostly to Tibet. That is what it's all about. This is why I came back to China right now. I've always was curious about Tibet. China is opening up a lot and still it's pretty hard to go to Tibet. You have to get a special permit. And that's when my buddy Z over there, he was like, hey, I'm starting to do these tours. He's been doing them for a while and I'm pumped. But for now, it is gonna be all about pandas. Honestly, like really honest with you, they're like really like calm, quiet animals. Super cute, but we'll see. We'll see how close we're gonna get to see them. I've only saw them like from the distance once. And like I mentioned before, China actually owns the rights to like the animal. It's like the national animal. It comes from here. So usually when zoos around the world have them, it's kind of like China rents them, so to say. They go live somewhere for a couple of years, maybe years many, then sometimes they go back to China. And we are at the panda source. The monopoly of pandas. This is where they come from. So, let's check it out. Panda, 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 panda. So is it true they're giant here?
Giant here.
The pandas?
Yes, they're giant.
They're bigger than usual? No, like usually they're not that big, you know? They're like little bears. Is there a difference, you know?
I don't know.
Like
the word difference.
No, I mean like, whatever.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. I'm like...
Is that a joke?
No, it says giant panda, you know? So I'm like, well, where do they keep the normal ones, you know? Or is it just like for extra marketing?
I think the species is called giant panda.
Yeah? So
There's also like small panda, but a different species.
yeah, I'm not sure. So the pandas here are as big as they get?
Yeah.
You can ask him? Do you have the biggest panda?
这个熊猫有没有很大的熊猫？
有啊，咱们这儿的话，成年大熊猫就很大了，然后咱们也有一些小熊猫，1岁多一点的，baby panda 也有，在这儿能看到。
Both cuddles and adult panda and adult panda can.
Very well.
和棕熊
Which was born in Korea. We can pass? There was a nice little walk to see the pandas, and I have to tell you, I changed my opinion on this animal today. In the way that I saw them before once in the zoo, they were just hanging out there, very lazy, falling off of trees, helpless animal, only mates once a year, and generally very high maintenance. But here they're super alive, they're large, they're clean, they're active. And we even got the chance to get close up while they were eating. So basically every one of their kind of like private estates that they have a little back room where they're eating. And gonna be heading out far outside of Chengdu, basically deep into Tibet. That is the goal, that is the mission, the plan. And I think in the next video I'll share a little bit more exactly what you can expect. I'm not sure, maybe I'm gonna shoot one big video about Tibet. It's truly one of the most interesting, in many ways, kind of like least covered areas of the world. These days it's a good bit easier to travel there, especially back in the day, like, you know. And it's probably gonna be a very different life. When it comes to Chengdu, it has been probably a fairly long video. It was a bit different in a way that it was a very big city which was fairly calm. Especially the modern areas are absolutely perfect, modern, almost futuristic in a way. The city has been built like really this type of infrastructure in the last 10, 15, 20 years perhaps. And at the same time, it's even a bit more affordable, everything, hotels, food, than other major cities of China like a Shanghai or a Beijing. So I feel like tourism here is picking up a little bit, but because it's not as common, it also feels just a little bit more interesting, a little bit more real, a little bit more local. And yeah, this has been Chengdu. If you're new here, for the past couple of years I've been documenting my life under the premise of building a life around the world. On one side it's travel, like the Tibet thing right now is going to be absolute just adventure, little side missions, little side quests, just making life, you know, a bit more, having stories to tell. But generally always like to come to countries and see where they're going, how they're developing. And yeah, even saw some pandas, had a little bit of spicy food. This has been Chengdu. If you want to see where I am right now, you can join me on Instagram, and yeah, see you soon.